All right, sports fans, how's everybody out there doing? William Martin coming at you one more time here on YouTube with another edition of the 300 Pounds of Sports Knowledge Podcast. Now, as the stretch run of the NBA season is upon us, the race for the league's MVP is heating up as well. Giannis Antetokounmpo of the Milwaukee Bucks, Joel Embiid of the Philadelphia 76ers, Nikola Jokic of the Denver Nuggets, DeMar DeRozan of the Chicago Bulls, and Ja Morant of the Memphis Grizzlies are all in the mix to take home the hardware. Now, this season, Giannis is averaging nearly 29 and a half points, nearly 11 and a half boards, and 6 assists, while Embiid is getting nearly 30 points per game. He's at 29.8, which is tops in the league, more than 11 rebounds, and nearly 4.5 assists himself. Jokic is the reigning MVP. He is averaging 25 and a half points this year to go along with nearly 14 rebounds and 8 assists per contest. DeRozan is averaging 28.2 points per game, and then John Morant is averaging more than 27 and a half points to go along with more than 6.5 assists and 6 rebounds per contest. And for the month of February, which just finished, Giannis averaged just north of 32 points per game, which included getting 50 against the Indiana Pacers on February 15th. Embiid averaged 32 and a half points, which included going for 42 against Giannis and the Bucks just prior to the All-Star game. Jokic is averaging nearly 23 and a half points to go along with 14 boards and nearly 9 assists, which includes getting 3 of his 16 triple doubles this season. Just came in the month of February. DeRozan, he's averaging more than 34 points, or he averaged more than 34 points last month, which included dropping at least 30 points in 8 consecutive games. And then John Morant, he averaged 33 per game for the month while getting 52 to finish off the month last night against the San Antonio Spurs. All 5 players have had very unique seasons so far. Embiid had to deal with all of the Ben Simmons drama, and now for the Sixers' sake, I know that they're hopeful that they've put all of that in the rearview mirror as it's now Embiid and James Harden leading the show. You think about Jokic not having the services of Michael Porter Jr. and Jamal Murray this year, and still he without his contributions, where would the Nuggets be right now? They're in sixth place in the West, and he has really kept them afloat. No Zach Levine and no Lonzo Ball as they both missed time for the Bulls. So DeRozan has really had to carry the load, and he has really answered the bell. And then, for Giannis and the Bucks, they've taken everybody's best shot this year because they are the defending champs. And whenever you're the defending champs, you have a target on your back. And Milwaukee, for the most part, they've answered the bell as they're still in contention let me rephrase that. They're one of the top tier teams in the Eastern Conference. To me, and I've said it before, and I'm going on record to say this: the bigs to me have the inside track, no pun intended. But because the NBA is seeing a return of big man ball or production rather from the bigs consistently. Giannis, he's looking for his third MVP award. Jokic is looking for his second in a row, and of course, Embiid is looking for his first. But with that said, it's very hard to gloss over what DeRozan and Morant are doing for the Bulls and Grizzlies, respectively, as both clubs are in second place in their respective conferences. And you look at it, DeRozan, like record definitely has a factor into it. And the same thing could be said, for John Morant as well, with what Memphis is doing in the West. So, you look at it, it's stretch run time for the regular season. And I think a lot of that is going to factor in because right now we don't have a clear cut runaway for this award. Of the 5 players that I've mentioned, you can go either way with this award and it'll be right. It'll be the right answer. That's what it comes down to because all 5 players are having tremendous seasons. All 5 are very skilled athletes. So you look at it, I mean, Embiid is probably going to be a sentimental favorite for a lot of people because Philly, they play a lot of primetime games. He's never won the award before, so that works in his favor. Jokic, I mean, what's going to hurt him, in my opinion, he plays out west. But on top of that, the Nuggets are in sixth place. But with that said, you cannot overlook what that man means to his team, because it's not just his scoring ability, it's his ability as a facilitator, regardless of his height and regardless of his position. You have to respect that. And then on top of that, he cleans up the boards. Giannis, you look at him and he's a freak of nature. He is one of the best in the game, if not the best right now, the way he's playing. And then DeMar DeRozan, we've always known that DeRozan was a scorer, going back to his time in college and USC, of course, with the majority of his career with the Raptors, the brief time with the Spurs, and now with the Bulls. And then John Morant, this youngster is really coming into his own. So it's a toss up at this point. I think from a fan standpoint, you've enjoyed it. You're going to continue to enjoy it coming down the stretch run here in the regular season. But as a voter, I don't envy you one bit. This is a classic toss up right here. Or in the betting world, it's a pick 'em. So we're going to see how this plays out, but nonetheless, Ja Morant, Giannis, Nikola Jokic, Joel Embiid, and DeMar DeRozan are all continuing to state their respective cases for one of the most coveted, if not the most coveted individual awards that the NBA can hand out. So, folks, that is going to wrap it up. And as always, I want to take this time out to thank you for tuning into the 300 Pounds of Sports Knowledge podcast here on YouTube. Want to take the time out to thank all of you fine folks out there for tuning in. And if you have not already, please feel free to subscribe to this channel. Now, if you're on Twitter, please feel free to follow me at 300 Pounds of Sports. And like I always say, if you follow me, it'll be my pleasure to follow you right back. There's also the sports discussion group on Facebook at the Sports Depot 365. You can check it out. Drop a line and be a part of one of the better sports debating sites going on social media. So, once again, fine folks, my name is William Martin, signing off, saying take care and have yourselves a wonderful day.